Bulking. It's something on paper sounds fairly straightforward, but like most things in the fitness industry, over the years it's become overcomplicated. Clean bulking, dirty bulking, eat everything in sight bulking, high reps, low reps. Do I still do cardio? Do I need to take mass gainer shakes? Come on, be honest, we've all looked that up. In this series, I want to get back to basics. In a simplified, easy to follow guide, I want to help those fairly new to the gym and those who are confused with all the conflicting information out there. You've seen me diet in all kinds of unorthodox ways. Over the past 30 days, I've gone from this to this, whilst only eating McDonald's. But in this series there's going to be no gimmick diets, just an easy to follow guide to training and eating for muscle mass. So, are you ready?
Are you ready?
So before we begin with the plan, we need to do the following. Weigh ourselves. We've got to have a starting point, a basis to build upon. Weight isn't everything we're told, but generally on a bulk we should be gaining weight. Ideally we want to be gaining 0.5 to 1 pound of weight per week. Gaining a lot more than that will lead to a lot of unwanted weight, aka fat. Take progress pictures, or even better, progress video. These are often forgotten on a bulk and used more often on a cut, mainly because we're looking at ourselves getting heavier and perhaps don't look as aesthetically pleasing. But I found pictures will prevent the bulk from getting sloppy, keeping us on track with gaining lean muscle mass and less fat. Inevitably there will be some fat gained on a bulk, but the more we keep on track with a plan, the less fat will accumulate. Workout calorie intake. We do this by at first calculating how many calories we need to consume to maintain our weight. This can be done by using a TDEE calculator online. Just type in TDEE calculator on Google. Once you've found your maintenance calorie intake, add 500 calories on top. So for example, I need 3,000 calories a day to maintain my weight. Therefore, I'll be eating 3,500 calories a day on this bulk. That's a lot of calories, I know, but I live an active lifestyle, I burn a lot of calories at work each day. Someone working in an office would likely require less calories. Working out macros-ish. So I'm not going to confuse you too much here. The only macronutrient we'll be focusing somewhat on is protein. I suggest 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight, ideally no less than a gram of protein per pound of body weight each day. With regards to carbs and fat, generally people will consume 40 to 60% of their calories through carbs, 15 to 25% of fat, leaving 25 to 35% of protein. But that's debatable. So just stick to your 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight and you're good to go.
You son of a bitch.
So here's an example of what I would typically eat whilst on a bulk. I do have fewer meals than perhaps most would consume. I only have 4 main meals. That said, my meals are very high in calories, high in protein. I do have a big appetite, so I do like that feeling of being full. And also with some of my work, with my job as a postman, it's hard to get frequent meals in, so I have to make up for that and have larger meals. That said, I don't believe it's quite as important as people make out. Meal timing is kind of important pre and post workout to ensure you have an intense, good quality training session and to replenish the muscles after. But generally speaking, as long as you're getting your calories in and your protein in throughout the day, you're good to go. Remember, we're aiming for 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and predominantly that should come through food. that up with shakes, occasionally protein bars. Remember again that it's important to get the bulk of our calories and protein in through whole food, but that's where supplements come into play. It is very hard to get 300 or so grams of protein in from food alone. And I haven't had a chicken meal. That's not to say that chicken isn't a great source of lean protein, it is, but for me, I'm not a big fan of chicken unless it's from the Colonel from KFC. I generally don't eat a lot of chicken. So I'm going to show you now a workout routine I'm currently doing, and one I highly recommend to beginners. It's called push-pull legs. This is not only great for beginners, it's great for anyone. This one I'm doing is only 3 days a week. Push on a Monday, pull on a Wednesday, legs on a Friday, but that can be changed depending on your schedule. You don't have to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A lot of people would recommend a 5x5 routine, full body workouts 3 times a week, or even an upper lower split. I find a push-pull legs routine is kind of a happy medium. It gets you doing the heavy compound lifts, bench, squat, deadlift, barbell rows, gets you doing incline dumbbell press, gets you doing leg press, it gets you doing the big core exercises, but it does have a little bit more variety than a typical 5x5 routine. But before you start any routine, you've got to set goals, make them realistic, stay focused on your goals, and be consistent, and the results will follow. For example, here's me about 10 years ago. If I can go from this to this, there is hope for everyone. Stay on track, guys. You're gonna make it. You're gonna do great. I have faith in you. So let's begin. Hit the subscribe button, check out the video above, and let's start bulking.